everyone, welcome to another amazing episode of Teachers Gist with Umewealth, a platform for teachers by teachers. What do we do here? We celebrate our unsung heroes, yes, our teachers, and yes, share our best teaching practices and also explore the innovative strategies in the teaching industry. Today you're going to have fun, enjoy yourself, but then sit back, relax and enjoy the juice, the gist and the genius of teaching. Yeah, today I'm excited, like very happy to introduce somebody very special, one of our topmost respected teachers. Just hold on, I'm going to read you the profile of this amazing teacher we have here. She's an early years education specialist. She is a seasoned early childhood educator with exceptional interpersonal communication skill and a proven commitment to fostering holistic child development. Leveraging diverse and stimulating activities, she promotes social, physical and intellectual growth, cultivating engaging learning environment that inspire young minds. Right now, join me in welcoming, let it roll people, Mrs. Olushola Alawoya. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
It's good to have you here and thanks for coming. So welcome to Teachers Gist with Umewealth.
Thank you.
So we'd like to start by, allowing you to tell us about yourself. Tell us about your background.
Okay, good day everyone. Good day out there. Thank you, Miss Women, for the invite. And thank you everyone that is watching right now. I'm an early childhood educator. I've been teaching for more than a decade now.
Wow.
Teaching has always been my inspiration.
Oh.
Teaching has always been I've always had passion for teaching. I enjoy seeing my young learners grow, and I enjoy seeing them achieve everything I want them to achieve at the end of the day, at the end of each class activity, and also at the end of a particular session. Thank you.
It's actually good to hear this, but then would like to ask also, when did it start for you? What was the journey like? Most people don't go into the teaching profession because they want to. I don't know if that is the same case with you. So that's why I would like you also to expand on that. Was it a thing from you from when you were young, or at what point did you now say that, oh, this teaching thing, let's go into it?
Okay, I like that question. You know why? Because you maybe remember back then when I first had my first son, I was actually teaching him the letter name. When I say letter names, then the A for apple,
A, B, C,
E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. So I realized that I was actually taking him backward, which means I'm also of the 19th to the 18th century, So as time goes on, someone had to call my attention that, why am I teaching this my little boy ABCD? Haven't I heard of the sound? And I was like, sound like the raindrop, sound like the ocean waving, sound like the car honking. What do you mean by sound? And it was like the sound from the letters. Each letter has its own sound. So I was like, oh really? So then I was introduced to leapfrog. So I had to go and get the leapfrog CD. It's cumbersome, it's full, it's so educating, it's so inspiring, it's so, immediately the first time I heard that song, I just sank into it and I enjoyed it.
Were you a teacher already then?
I wasn't a teacher.
Wow,
I wasn't
inspiring.
a teacher. No, I wasn't.
We usually say that parents' involvement in children's education is very important, and Miss Alawoya here said something like very striking, that she wasn't a teacher yet when she started all of those, going to get the leapfrog and learning about the sounds of the alphabet. That's really remarkable. So at what point did you now start the teaching? Is it after you were involved in your son's education, or at what point?
Okay, so after the leapfrog, and then it was age 2. So then after the old learning of the sound, the abakur and all that, so I just discovered that Then aside from even going into the teaching as a whole, I realized that now even knowing the sound, also teaching my child is also bringing a strong bond between I and my son. So I was like, okay, if I try to go to other profession or do other things, because I actually studied human resource management in school. So it wasn't as if, although I did it in an educational school, which still gave me the privilege to be a teacher, but I never wanted to be a teacher. I wanted to be an HR person. Let me recruit people and select, and then also there was this course we did too then in school. It's labor law, fighting for human rights, most especially the employee, because employers are always, I don't know, so we are always
they may be sometimes cheated, sometimes they don't have their voices.
Exactly.
They have a lot of things to share, but then nobody is there to talk to them.
Exactly. So we were like the human rights activists to fight for the right of the employee. But after going through that leapfrog CD, now teaching my son, seeing him enjoying it, learning, and I was actually getting the positive vibes I wanted to get from it. So I realized that if I now go into the formal industry to work, then that means I'll be neglecting my primary assignment. So I just made up my mind that, okay, if I'm a teacher, I would learn more. I would want to see him grow well. And in that case, I'm not just only learning, I'm learning to also teach him, teach myself, and also teach every other children I'm going to be coming across.
So it's safe to say now that the love for your son made you go into the teaching profession.
Exactly.
Wow. I think we have to clap for this. You know, parents, this thing about teaching, you know, a lot of people say it's about the training and all that. But there's always a push, something that motivates people to do what they do. I'm sure you got the fulfillment, the joy from what you were doing back then, you know, with your son. And so the question also now, I'm going to ask another question. The question is, what are some of the challenges you have faced so far? You know, moving from the love of your son to, you know, getting into the mainstream school, having to work with other people's children. How has it been for you, and what are some of the challenges? Is this something you've been enjoying, and you know, it's just a bed of roses now? No issues, nothing. How has it been so far?
Okay, in everything we do in life, in every back there's always a front.
Yeah.
Okay, so sometimes teaching can be quite challenging. It can be quite challenging, it can be quite handful, and it can also come with its own.
Yeah.
You know, so now leaving my own biological children, moving into other people's children, it's quite amazing. I don't want to use the word challenging anymore. It's quite amazing. Reason being that every child is unique in their own way, and their teaching methodology is also different, and the way at which they understand things is also different, and their learning paces are also different. So now bringing all this together in the classroom is like you eating balanced diet on your table. Here you get, so you arranging your table, your food menu, and you want everything to be there. It's not easy, but I enjoy what I do. So irrespective of the circumstances, I'm still putting extra effort into it, and I don't let whatever.
Okay, yeah, from what you said now, I can deduce also that, you know, teaching has helped you to, you know, keep learning. And one of the things that people don't know about teaching is that teaching helps you to, you know, keep evolving. Yes, it's a lifelong learning. You keep learning. And one thing you said also is that it's a stepping stone to so many other beautiful feats that anyone can actually achieve. So another question I'm going to ask you now is that we are living in a world where everything has changed. The way you were taught in your days is different from the way you are teaching the children you are teaching now. So what are some of the changes that you have noticed? What are the things that happened in your time, and the things that, you know, the changes that we are seeing now? So can you mention some of them, and the ones you think we shouldn't go back on, the ones we should embrace?
Okay, so still on the teacher's discovery, there are a lot of things that happened during my own time, and I don't think we want to go back to the oldies. Reason being that if we look at this world now, it's a tech world.
Yeah.
When it comes to technology, then people want to look at technology, we see technology as something that's it's a total distraction, and nobody wants that distraction. But right now, irrespective of the distraction that we
distraction back in the days.
Back in the days.
Yeah.
But now it's not even any distraction anymore. Instead, it's really making our children go global.
Yeah.
It's making them global. It's making them think beyond our own imagination. It's making them reason far ahead of what is expected of them.
That is like 1,000 raised to power.
You can say to raise to power unimaginary number.
Yeah.
You know? So it's, for now, I really enjoy it now. I wish my own time was now.
So you're saying that one of the changes we should embrace is that of technology.
Exactly.
You can't take it.
You can't take it out.
Oh.
Like there was somebody, like someone used a status, I think two or 3 days ago, I can't remember, that if you don't use AI, somebody else is using AI, and that other person using AI will quite and in every way be far better than you that you're not using AI. So when the person is talking or when the person is coming out to do something, because the person has learned beyond their own ways of thinking,
yes.
So the AI has really broadened them, has exposed them to a lot. And you that you avoided that AI, like my brain is there now, why can't I use my brain deeply? You had better just embrace that AI too and then try to.
Madam said so I won't say that I was 100% sure you were going to mention technology, but I had it in mind that I was going to ask you about technology, but I said let me calm down.
Okay.
But then she's one of those, you know, I like revealing people's secrets. Don't tell me your secret or don't let me find out. I'll somehow say it. So she's one of those people that have, some of the teachers, don't let me say people, we are not just ordinary people, we are teachers, educators,
yeah, that
have embraced technology, and she's making dollars. Quote me if I'm wrong.
You can say that again.
So she's making her dollars, you know, from embracing technology, and it's one of the things that I want to tell every teacher out there. Don't if you are working in a place that technology is not a thing, then you have to go to the next level.
Follow the trend. Follow the trend,
yes. So that's one of our take home is that technology is something that has come to stay. Embrace it for your good, for the advantage of the children you are also working with. So another one, please.
Another one that I really enjoyed so far in this present day of teaching is also reinforcement. Reinforcement. Because back then we hardly reinforce things. The way we reinforce things then is different from the way we reinforce things now. Once the teacher teaches you something that very moment, they expect you to have known it. And by the time they are going back to, not that there was no reinforcement there too, but their own reinforcement was in the case of rote learning.
Yeah.
They want you to be every morning 1 + 1 2, 2 + 2. But now the reinforcement has come in different dynamics and different ways. In the places of multiplication, this moment we are saying the multiplication in the normal multiplication table. Then the next day we are saying it in grouping. The following day we are saying it in array. The next day we are saying it in repeated addition. It's still reinforcement. It's still multiplication.
Have you seen a brilliant teacher? Please, Emma, can you clap for her? Thank you, Miss Olushola, for sharing so much with us about the changes that we have to embrace in the educational industry. Teachers, please don't sleep on this. And parents that are also intending to be teachers, in fact, children's primary teachers are the parents, the mothers. They are #1 teachers of all the children in this world, and that is why you can take from all of this tip and, you know, make use of it for the betterment or for the advantage of your child. So another question I'm going to ask you, my beautiful guest. I did mention that you look amazing.
Thank you.
Amazing. Which teacher like that?
Thank you.
And when you are leaving today, please don't forget to drop your tithes, your dollars.
I will. I will. Fully loaded.
The tech teachers taking the dollars, so we are ready to take some of the dollars from you.
No peeps.
So right now we're going to ask also that embracing technology, embracing the reinforcement part of teaching, there's something also that, you know, I've been skeptical about it. It helped us in our days, the fear of Palmer's long cane,
okay,
right? Is the beginning of wisdom and is the beginning of studying so well. But things have really changed now. Lagos State, and I think in so many parts of the world, the use of
cane is no more. Now
the,
zero contact
yes,
to every child.
Yes, the use of cane, for reinforcement, and that's a negative reinforcement anyway. The use of that has been, it's a thing of the past now. If you are a teacher, you are still using that. I think you're already preparing yourself to sleep in kirikiri, right? So you have to stop it if you are doing that. But there are other ways, there are changes we should embrace, and in reinforcement, what do you think we should do? We talk about the fact that things have changed. Even children know that. They know very well that this caning matter is not a thing, you can't flog me. So what do you do as a teacher to also reinforce, teaching, reinforce learning and all of those things? What will you do?
Okay, so what I do
advise us to do?
What I do in my own classroom is that, as this country is as a whole, despite the fact that people drive on the road, and we still have some people that go against the law and against whatever thing government says. Come on, we don't beat them, we don't yell at them, and we don't bring them out and start ill-treating them or maltreating them. All we need to do is just to do what? It's a simple trick. Set your ground rules. The moment you set your ground rules, it goes a long way. And what are these? Yeah, you set your ground rules. What are these ground rules? You tell the child, if you're meant to do this, you don't do this, there's a consequence for it. In every of your action, there's the consequences behind it. If you're meant to write, you're not writing the way you're meant to write. Is either I deny you of your play break or I deny you of your snack. So once you set the ground rule, and at the end of the ground rule, you try to put some encouragement to yourself, like telling them, always make your dear teacher happy. They don't want to see you sad. They don't want to see you shouting at them. They always want to make their dear teacher happy. So at the end of you reading the ground rule for them, you let them and remind them and tell them, always make your dear teacher happy. So the ground rule it has been very, very helpful.
The ground rule, if there's something I have to take home today, ground rule. Because there's this, I don't know if it's said in the Bible, but I know it's something that I've heard many times, that where there is no law,
there is
no sin. So if you don't have your classroom law or rules, then I think there won't be sin.
Exactly.
So for some of these children, they understand when you deprive them of a lot of things, their playtime, putting them in the naughty corner and all of those, there's a lot of effects it has on them. So and I think we just have to embrace this and the pattern of the old. It's high time we stop. Yes. It's high time we stop all of that and just embrace what works. Ask other teachers. I think we have to discuss about this in another session.
No problem.
I don't want to say that now, but there's power in collaboration. If you don't know how to do something, ask the next person that knows how to do it better than you are doing. So these things, they are not hard. It's just like even between parents or amongst parents. If there's something you are doing for your child and the other person is doing it better, reduce your ego and do what? And ask. So Miss Olushola, how have you been able to unwind, or how do you unwind? Because most time teachers work and work and work. You are in school 7 a.m. after school, online teaching. How do you rest? How do you unwind? What do you do? We don't want teachers to die.
Okay, so, in everything you do in life, you have to be intentional about it. So intentionality goes a long way.
Yeah.
If you want to work, and I can promise you, the work doesn't end. So if you are saying, I need to make my lesson plan, I need to do this, I need to do that, and you are not putting yourself inside, then you won't be able to do anything. And before you know it,
I like the slogan of one of the banks that says "You first."
You first.
You first.
You know.
You need yourself to be alive. You need yourself to be well, to take care of those children, to take care of your family, to be relevant in the society. You need yourself, and that is why it's my session with you is actually it's eye-opening and it's really inspiring that there are a lot of things we are learning for free now. Take care of yourself, embrace technology, collaborate, change your reinforcement style. There are so many things. We can go on and on and on. But I think at this moment we're going to, just wrap it up, Ms. Olushola. But one of the things I'm going to ask again is that there are so many people out there now, young people, and they are still running about scatter education. No, how will I be a teacher? I want to be a lawyer. I want to be this. I want to be that. What will you say to them?
Okay, I will tell them, if you have passion for teaching, or you've always had that dream to teach, but because the way you see some teachers, because for the teachers I know, I can bet you we are the top-notch teachers, we are the 21st century teachers, we are the teachers that when you come to, we give you soft landing.
Hey,
so if you have passion for teaching, I promise you, the profession is so full of Okay, the profession is so full of life, and it comes with a lot of package. And above all, like you rightly said, always try to put yourself first. Be intentional about yourself. Be intentional about your health, and at the same time, still carry every other children under you, along with you, so that at the end of it all, you can achieve whatever thing you want to achieve in the professional and the teaching line.
Thank you so much. I hope you have learned something today. You don't need to run everywhere. And sometimes, starting you're thinking, oh, I can't teach. It's not my thing. You have passion for it, because I know you already. You're moving around the street, helping your street children. What stops you from teaching? You are in your Sunday school class, and you are a Sunday school teacher there, and you are still dulling yourself. Don't sleep on this. There's a lot. Your word is waiting for you, and one of the ways to impact is, doing this teaching profession. Ms. Olushola, we're so excited. We're so happy to have you here.
Thank you.
You've learned so much from you today. And we know that the world is a better place because you are existing. Thank you for touching lives. Thank you for changing lives. And yes, we hope to keep seeing you at the topmost top. Thanks for coming today. Yeah, hello everyone again. This is Teachers Gist with Wunmi Wealth. It's a platform for teachers, for every lover of education. You want the world to change, this is where to be. So thank you for joining us. Thank you for supporting us. For everyone who has watched our previous videos, I'm sure you have learned something from the videos. And right now, we also want you to invite your friends, subscribe to our channel, follow us on Instagram, and look out for some of our hangouts, the best so far. Right now, I want to say thank you once again, Ms. Olushola. Myself and my team, we are very grateful for having you on the show today. And there's so many things we didn't touch, but I hope that one day we'll still have the time to invite you again, and we touch on so many things. But this moment, we want to say thank you for coming, and on behalf of myself and my team, it takes a teacher to decode this. Do you want to read?
If you can read this, thank a teacher, and if you can read this, you probably are a teacher.
So it takes a teacher to decode.
Exactly.
So on behalf of all of us as Teachers Gist, we say thank you for coming. This is a token of our appreciation to you. We really appreciate you. We thank you for all that you are doing. We know that our world is blessed because of you. So we're presenting this to you, and we want you to shout it out there that Teachers Gist is here for the teachers, and for Lagos, for Nigeria, and
global.
We are reaching the world.
Okay.
Thank you so very much for coming. And right now, we'll say to our audience.
All right. For you out there, that very you that you're looking at me, that you think teacher's reward is in heaven. No, teacher's reward is here on earth.
Tell them again.
Please, if you have passion for teaching, please go and get that form. If it's a form you need, if it's a training you need, please go for it and put your mind into it.
Let's change the world
together.